Right, I'm now going to do WIP Parade number 2. This is my ones that I started in 2017. I don't have any before pictures because, to be honest, most of them have just been worked on as a new start and never really been looked at again. So I'm going to try and do them in chronological order of starting. So, last 2017 I took part in the Stitch Mania new starts on 17 new starts, 27, like starting on the 17th of each month. So January and February I did do 2 new starts, but they actually ended up in finishes, and one was for my sister and one was for a wedding, so they've both gone. I don't even know if I've got pictures of them anymore, but they're away. So they're actually finished. So starting in March, I started on Mirabilia Maidens of the Season Autumn, which is the final one. Yay! Oh, I'll just show you a quick picture. So obviously autumn. I finished winter last year, done spring and summer previous. So I did a tiny little start on this, and this is on Sparkly's fabric. I think it's, I don't know. Possibly. Pass. I will just say pass. I don't actually know. And you know something? I don't even know if this is up or down. This will be down. So, there we are. Nothing very exciting. Slap bang in the middle. Like I say, Sparkly's 32 count, and it's on the same fabric I used. When I started them, I went to I just got one piece because I wanted them both to be on the same piece. Because originally when I did spring and summer, I did the cold core fabric because I really didn't have like fancy schmancy hand-dyed stuff. And so they both match, spring and summer both match, and then so autumn and winter will both match. So that was that. On the 26th of July, no, that was March 20. Sorry, I'm talking nonsense here, right? 17th, that was 17th of March, 17th of April. Started the Snowflower Diaries. Joyful Work from Joyful World, which is their free ones. There's a group, blah, blah. So anyway, I started July. Pretty Flamingos. I'm not using any of the called for colours. I think I'm using any of the called for colours I happen to have. Otherwise, I'm just tweaking out whatever colours come to hand. I decided just to start using it now. And I know the pink for that is GMC 48. And I'm just matching it up with any colours I can. Just use up stuff. None of these really. I actually did like another day on that. So 26th of April, I started another one. Now, why did I don't know why I did it on the 26th of April. I'm presuming it must have been one of the stitch alongs, something. I should maybe write these things down. And I started. Yeah. I started something else. Oh, excuse me. Right, this is from Artisy, and she is called. Ta-da! There we go. Gina. Again, sorry, no cut picture, but it's kind of browns, lots of browns and creams. And I got now. This is on. I think this must have been a fabric of the month from Sparkly's. I think it's slightly summer or something. Buttermilk. And right, tea for top. So a rather pitiful amount in there. 32 count 201, maybe 32. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm so pansy. Yeah, nothing very exciting on that. I must have literally just worked on it for like a night and then just... I really like that one though. But I think I'm curious as to how it's going to work out because it's not a full coverage piece. So I'll quickly show you this. So it's not, I bought two at the same time, one of which has the background covered and this one doesn't. So I'm curious to see how this is going to work out. And I think I'm doing it 2/1. So I think that's why I'll do a little bit more and see, and then it may get changed. Okay. 1st of May. You can see I'm sticking to 17th. 1st of May must have been something else. Again, that must have been part of the same stitch along. And I started good old Coffee Quaker. But I'm not going to have Coffee Quaker. I'm having a Diet Coke Quaker. So this was on a piece of Chromatic Alchemy. I can't say the word. No, sorry. Special Chromatic Alchemy, Opalescent. And I'm doing it all in reds and whites and silvers, and I think there'll be some blacks, just haven't got a tiny blacks yet. And I did actually, I think I did. That's right, I know how I started this. I started this on the 1st of May for Mania. And instead of doing one a day, I started a motif a day. So that's why summer started in summer. And I think I've managed to do a little bit more on that. It's going to come out again in the Winter Olympics stitch along on Stitch Mania, because there's one of the days that needs red and white and the Korean flag. That was the only one I could get it any resemblance. So it's going to come out again. Back to the 17th of May. Faces of Fairy 162. We got a colour. We got a colour. Face of the Fairies 162. Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Love it! Just when you need some splash of purple in your life, there she is. Now I think I must have used this for a challenge. Well, I think I did this one, unofficial head challenge. Because it was checkerboards. And this was the first time I had used Magic Grid. I think this is an 18 count. 20 count. Oh, I wish I really won't think so. I love it. So easy. So don't know when I'll actually get to go back to that, but if you need a splash of colour in your life, she's your gal to go to. Oh, and this one as well. French Houses, 17th of June, French Houses. I have a series of French Houses by Maris. Again, that was on Maison de Campagne, Country Houses. It's on a blog from many years ago. So on this, I've just realised I've got two on here. And I don't know which month, which. So I started October and June, and I started September and August. That's where I've got to. Oh, I'm pants with it. So I don't even know which way's up. I don't even know what they are. There's some little trees there. And then this one's a little house. I shall have to look back and see which month is which. Gonna try and work on those this year because I finished November last year. So yeah, that was those two, and in between that, so that was June and August, and in July I did, and I love thy thread, Paradise Small, which is obviously just, isn't that just gorgeous? And as you'll see, I made stunning amount of progress on that. Ta-da! Yeah, top corner. So it's long and thin. 28 count dual one, quite simple. 2/1 cross stitch, yep, 2/1. Again, this is going to come out. This year I'm doing with the full coverage Fanatics, working all through the cells and trying to match up ones that I already have. So that's going to appear a couple of months. I think there's an ocean, and I think there's 1 month which oceans are blue. Da-da. And there's 1 month where I think there's yellows, traditions are yellows. And I suddenly thought last night, I went, oh, that's yellow. It's got blue and yellow. Brilliant. So it's going to get some love this year. So it's September, Spanish sample you've seen. Ooh, Story Keep Labyrinth Winter. I'll save that because that is what I'm actually kind of working on just now. August is Mill Hill Jeweled here. And it's a pair. That was all I got in that. And then I did Snowflower August. Don't know where that is. Must be in with something else. And then my Ship's Mana Through the Window. So if you just, I'll pause. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Right. Okay, sorry, just to go back. So I just went and got my Story Keep Labyrinthine Winter, which I started in September. That was the 21st time. That was the start of the full coverage Fanatics piece. So I'll just show you where I've got to that. I've been having a nice little bit. I've worked on that this month, various different challenges. And we've got to there, and I'm loving it. It's so easy to stitch up. 28 count magic guide, which I found on, is it Lakeside Crafts? Loving it. Loving it. For parking and that, it's just making my life so much easier. So that's the top, that's the full width of it. My idea is, which you'll see from the size of it, I'm doing all 4. Winter, spring, summer, autumn. I'm going to start all them this year again as part of full coverage Fanatic. So that was that. And then I've remembered where I was having a mild panic. I'm like, where is August? Where is August? Because I'm planning to use August and February for, I'm pretty sure. That's why I haven't, that's why I couldn't see it as such, because I didn't have I hadn't printed it off. I've just been using it off PDF file. But it's not really to show you because I just did all the border that way, possibly. So yeah, I did it on the other side of July. That was why I couldn't find it. So that's good, I'll get that out because I'm going to be using that this month. Ship's Mana Through the Window, I started that on the 17th of December because I just started the frame. It's a stitch along this year, but they had, when you signed up for it, very kindly sent out the pattern for the frame so you could make a start on that. So that's how I started in December, and then we got it for July in January. So this is on their own Ship's Mana fabric, which is like, I've gone for the Jobelin because that's my favourite. I love it. It's just nice and soft and easy to use. So obviously that's January, and I'll just work my way now. I have no expectations that I will keep up with it. They're not big. I mean, they're only 40 by 40 actually. It's only, they're quite small and they're not too intricate. I still have no expectations that I'll keep up with it. I think basically because the frame and that, I'm going to maybe bring this along to the retreat. Because it'd be quite nice to work on maybe at night or something like that if I'm getting a bit tired, just to kind of fill in a bit more of that frame and kind of work my way along it. So that was it for 2017. I have had 2 starts in 2018. Yes, but I'll show them at another stage. So that's it. I say none of those ones from 2017 I've really got any plans to do any major work on. I'm really wanting to just, I'm going to focus on my chatelaine. I'm going to focus on the pieces I'm doing for full coverage Fanatics. I've got my whole wee spreadsheet. So geeky, but I love a spreadsheet. split stitching his spreadsheets are just, that's a whole nother level though. I had a look at one of those and I was like, okay, no, my brain's no, just a step too far. I greatly admire him doing that, but no, even that's a bit too much for me. But I have a nice spreadsheet of all the months, all the days, all the various challenges, so that I could, like the full coverage piece, in for the yearly by numbers and match it up, so that I'm trying to kind of pull from my WIPs. And then I'm going to do 2018 year of start one on the 18th. I've got a couple of those coming up. I'm only, I think, a couple of big pieces, because really, quite frankly, I have enough. And then the other months, I'm just going to do like the Snowflower Diary, the joyful. Oh, I really struggle remembering it. Snowflower Diaries. I'm just going to probably do some of those, and the French houses. Start all those months, so I've got lots of little pieces that I can just nip in and out of, and that's it. And I'm going to end up, I think I worked out I'll end up with 35 WIPs if I don't finish anything. So yeah, I should maybe try and finish things, but I'm kind of on I'm just going to start all the stash. I'm doing Stitch from Stash this year as well, which has been good so far, because there's been a few things that I'm like, ooh, and I go, no, you don't need it. You do not need anything for like at least 10 years. Because I did see the So and So Long Dog Sampler stitch along, yeah, like that would have a ham. So random bits of paper, and I'm like, oh, where was that from? So that's it. So I'm going to finish now, and yeah, I'm going to add a little clip onto this. I was out at a wee walk, no, I'm out at a wee run, so I'll just add that one to this one. I'm going to upload these two separately, because it just takes, as I'm sure you agree, it just takes like forever and a day to upload anything more than about 10 minutes. Okay, so I'll do these. I'll get these up in the next couple of days. I'm going to the retreat next week. Super excited for that. And then I'll be back at some point. Okay, cheerio, bye. Hi, so we're on Saturday the 20th of January, and I thought I'm out. I'll just show you. Got my runners on. Car was in for service, so I'm just out doing a little run, and it was just so gorgeous. I thought I'd just show you a wee video of where I've been running. So I've been running up the coast. That's down at heading south. That's what's called the Carrick Hills and the Heads of Ayr. We're looking out onto the Firth of Clyde. In the very far distance you'll see the Ailsa Craig, but it's a little bit blurry now. It was clearer earlier. And then up here we're looking onto the Isle of Arran, the Mull of Kintyre, which is just behind there. Sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't. That's as in Paul McCartney, Wings song. That's Arran, looking very majestic. No, it's snowy glory. And then we head up the coast. So we're now heading north, looking up the Ayrshire coast up to Troon. And then we're into Prestwick, and lots of golf courses. And lots of people out playing golf. There's an awful lot of golf courses all the way up here, including Royal Troon. If anybody watches excuse me, sniffling, the British Open, they play at Royal Troon. That's just up there. I quite often just run up that bit as well. But it was just so gorgeous today. Unfortunately, it's starting to get a little bit hazy now, so it's not quite as clear as it was half an hour ago. I just thought I'd show you it because it was just so pretty. We managed it. It was a big, huge dump of snow yesterday further inland from us, but thankfully we missed it all. Right, I'm about to go because people will be looking at me now. I'm way back to get my car. Speak to you later.